Sports Jazz, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a while. It's been a while. Man, I'm so glad to have you back. I'm so glad to be back on. Josh, come on, let's welcome ourselves
We
back.
back, we back, we back.
It's been a while, guys. Long story
Yeah,
short, our channel had been taken down. So, you have to go through the appeals and everything. We tried to open another channel. The same thing happened. But, well, at last, it looks like, yeah, we are back and we got our old channel back. So whoever's been missing us, we are back. Subscribe once again to Sports Jazz, like and share the videos, spread the gossip and the gospel of Sports Jazz. And anyway, today we have a very interesting topic to discuss, Josh. It's all about Arsenal. I mean, those that watched the game over the weekend at Etihad Stadium, Man City versus Arsenal. What a game that it was! But some weird calls, preferring calls. Uh, I mean, Arsenal from the Arsenal side, how things were, the time wasting and everything. Well, we are on it today, guys. We are here once again. Welcome back to Sports Jazz. It's been, I say back because we're just coming back, recovery, our account. Welcome back to Sports Jazz. Josh, and Isaac. Live, baby. Let's roll it. Josh,
yo. What up?
what's
What
good,
up?
brother? What's good, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad we are back. I'm glad.
I know, man.
We're going to see some people that we've really missed. I'm glad for the support that most of you have given us during this time. But we're here. We're here,
Absolutely.
and let's do this. We had a very interesting game over the weekend.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's delve into that.
Thank you so much, Josh. Well, Josh, once again, guys, subscribe to Sports Jazz for more sports news, like and share our videos. And let's jump right into it, Josh. Let's look at the big calls in the game, those big decisions, those moments. And the first one, we are going to look at Calafiori's goal. Of course, in this case, you cannot forget to speak about the moments, the events that led to the goal, where there was a free kick against City, and the brave Mike Oliver calls. I think he called both captains, Saka and Kyle Walker. And if you remember the clip, I don't remember which play it was, but he pulled. He came, removed the ball slightly. Okay, kicked it away from where it was, and we saw. Was it Gabriel already switching? I mean, if you see the slow motion on how everything, how the whole goal came about, you could see there was a communication. So as soon as the ref rather blew the whistle, before even Kyle Walker was back in his position, there you go. The goal was going straight, and rather cross was there to Calafiori, good left, and the net is shaking. What do you have to say about that, Josh? I mean, we
Yeah,
all
I
say
mean,
these are some
this,
of the dark arts Arsenal. We're
yeah,
looking at Arsenal.
these are, it is indeed the dark arts because the dark arts help give you an ultra competitive advantage in
Yeah.
situations. They give you an edge. So street smart players who are used to having their way or doing things a bit different, they don't shy away from thinking on their feet like they used to play maybe when they were in the streets. And managers also have joined, and they now actually take time off to make sure that players can do these things to get an edge. And
Mm.
you can see that Mikel Arteta is one of those managers who has ensured that players at Arsenal do not only play the good football
I'm
on the
sorry.
pitch, but
I'm sorry.
they,
Josh, I'm sorry I'm laughing. I have
yeah.
Tim in the comment section. We are going to come back to him. Thank you so much, Tim, for tuning in. Yes, Josh.
Yeah, they can do whatever they have to do to win a game of football. So in the incident of Calafiori's goal, first of all, that was a well taken goal. It
Mm.
was beautiful to watch. I love the player. I admire the player. I hoped that he would have turned out for Man United, but Arsenal beat us to the player, and maybe he was more interested in the project at Arsenal, so he
Yeah.
ended up there. But he took a very beautiful goal, the precision on that ball. But then the dark arts come in with Thomas Partey. Thomas
Yeah.
Partey gets a free kick, and Arsenal gets a free kick. Thomas Partey is around, and Thomas Partey exploits an opportunity which presents itself when Martinelli is wide open and Kyle Walker is out of position. So he
Yeah.
plays the ball really quick, and yeah, Martinelli dazzles a bit, and Calafiori gets on the end of it, and it's 1-1. It is not a fault of Arsenal in that very moment, but smart players should be able to do things like that to
Well,
get a competitive edge. So for me, I don't fault Thomas Partey at all, but Michael Oliver made a very big mistake in that game. That was a very big call. Like Kyle Walker said earlier today,
yeah, he was not happy.
If he were a goalkeeper, he would have been given the time to get back in goal.
Josh, please, Josh, if I may, let me read the whole. He said, I think that was right after the game. He said, "I've not gone over to the referee. Me and Bukayo have not gone over. He called us over. If I'm being called over, he should wait and allow me to get back in position before the ball is over my head, is then over my head. If I go over by my own accord and I'm out of position, it's my fault. But I'm in position." He called the two captains to calm the players down. I'm walking back saying, "Lads, concentrate, nothing stupid. Make sure we get through this." The ball is then going over my head. And this comes to your statement. If I was a goalkeeper, does he let me get back in my net? Of course, I'm a defender. I'm the first line of defense. He should let me get back and set. In other words, he shouldn't have blown the whistle before Kyle Walker was right back.
I think Kyle
and he's
Walker
right. He makes a point.
I think Kyle Walker
Josh,
was just being smart, but he's the last line of defense. It's not the first.
See, I know they say protect yourself at all times, but I mean, in this, I watched the whole. I mean, the replay, slow-mo, and everything. You could see right after. I mean, as soon as he had started running, going back, the ref didn't wait. He just blew the whistle. And the boys had already communicated straight this side to Calafiori. Good left, and the ball is in the net. The net is shaking.
But
and you still have to. I mean, I would call out anyway, Mike Oliver. I don't blame. I don't blame Arsenal.
You see, Michael Oliver in that incident, he even turns his back towards Kyle Walker. He doesn't see what's going on. He doesn't know where Martinelli is. But for me, that was good. It is not new at Arsenal because we saw Thierry Henry used to do this. And there's a time Thierry Henry scored a couple of free kicks he used to take very quickly. And for me, I don't have a problem with that, because if you're a smart player, you exploit every opportunity to give, which will give you an edge in the game. And for that particular one, Mike Oliver is the one who made the call that was a big mistake. A big mistake.
It was a very huge mistake.
I liked the game because Arsenal and Man City, they really deserved. Okay, the game lived up to its billing until certain things unfolded, and yeah, you know, it just got out of hand. But when the game started proper, the first, say, 15 minutes, it was such a game. As in, it's a game you wish that would go to extra time.
But it didn't. But it was a very beautiful game. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. So seeing Timothy here saying, if you're going to focus on moments, you might start with the third second when Rodri tries to get Kai sent off. That explains everything as an Arsenal fan. Team putting up a defense. If goes on further to say,
you see,
Josh, he goes on further to say, please
let me first answer that one before we get too far.
Okay.
My thoughts on what he's saying of Rodri trying to get Kai sent off really early. if it's in the 3rd second and Michael Oliver, I'm looking at this game and I know this is a first versus second of last season. The game is this big. It's a huge game. So I need to tread carefully. So I can use my discretion to warn a few players here and there where I can. I can warn the players and I tell them, hey, you guys, just calm down, be calm and play football. Yeah, so Rodri trying to get Kai sent off in the 3rd minute, I don't think that would warrant a yellow card or a red card that early in the game, especially this type of fixture.
Tim goes on further to say, please read Pep's comment on it as well. Walker should be back in time. If you watch that graphic, all City players' eyes are on the ball before plays. Who is TPA?
Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey plays it to Martinelli. I agree with Tim on this. And Pep's comments, he doesn't actually. Pep is a clever guy. He's a very cunning guy. What he's saying, it's their fault that
he agrees that Walker should have been there.
Yes, he agrees, which is true. Walker should have been there, but he doesn't really put it on Walker. He says if Walker is out of position, Ruben Diaz should at that point have been in a position to cover that area. Then the rest of the backline would be covering each other for that period. But I agree with Pep. I mean, Kyle Walker ought to have been there, but the fact that he was not, Diaz, Akanji, and who was the other defender? They ought to have covered him. They should have covered him in that period. But it was smart of Thomas Partey to do that.
It was because it reminded me back then. You remember Thierry? You remember Thierry?
Yes.
When they were taking those free kicks and he was always
Aston
there.
Villa, I think Aston Villa, Chelsea. Yeah, there were a couple of goals that Thierry scored really early. And even the free kicks, he used to take them early. I remember
he used to take them early.
I think he's the one who brought the referees to stand in front of the ball.
Yeah,
before it's kicked.
I mean, it was such a game, Josh. Once again,
guys, it was such a game. Calafiori got a debut goal, and
once again, guys,
Erling Haaland scored against Magalhaes. So
thank you so much for tuning in. Those two had it even after the game. They kept on throwing words at each other with Gabriel
but
saying we are going to wait for them at
for me, I think
Emirates.
That's respect. I think it is respect. I mean, Haaland respects the player that Gabriel Magalhaes has become. He sees it, and he knows how good the player has become. Actually, for me, going into that game, that was the battle I was looking out for. I wasn't looking out for William Saliba against Magalhaes.
In EPL, against the best front in EPL.
Yeah, you can say that. But the best backline in the EPL defends as a team.
I know what you're going
We are
to
getting
say.
there. It defends as a team.
Josh, thank you so much once again, guys. Sports Jazz, Isaac and Josh. Subscribe, guys. We are back. The channel is back. Thank you, everyone that was with us. And let's look at the other moment of the game. That was the Trossard's game. Not Lisandro, sorry, Leandro Trossard's red card. Most Arsenal fans don't realize, maybe today after the game, they did realize that it wasn't that push that got him sent off. It was the ball, kicking the ball. Because I remember before even the game was off, before the game had ended, second half starting, they commented, Premier League sent out a notice. The Premier League sent out a notice talking about it, Josh. Josh, was it a red card? Was it called for? I mean, okay, he had received already a yellow card. Was it okay, or it should have been cautioned the last time?
You see, the referee of a big game like that, you would like to think that he does not get too excited and make the game about himself. He does not make calls that are going to maybe spoil the game. but a red card is one of those calls that spoils a
But
game.
Josh, was that yellow card okay for Trossard? I think it was a bit
Yeah,
harsh.
yeah,
They could
yeah,
have
yeah.
waited. Still, Mike Oliver. I
No,
mean, in the middle of
no, no, no,
everything, he
no,
could
no,
have
no, no,
cautioned him with a verbal warning
no, no,
and
no. He
tells him,
couldn't.
"You do anything," because he was already on a yellow card.
Yeah, this is why he couldn't. His hands were tied.
Mm,
Uh, what happened is at the start of the season, there's all these rules that changed, and
yeah, I know about a lot of
they were
rules
big
change.
on time wasting, and the PGMOL wanted um, games to be played for at least 90 minutes because
Mm,
they had noticed that previously games were being played for as low as 38 minutes. That is
yeah.
the ball on the deck. So they tried to come up with rules, and these rules, remember, these rules came about because of the players, the things the players were doing that
Mm,
wasted time. And so the PGMOL, with guidance of IFAB, came up with these rules. And now when you delay play, you get yellow carded. And they went around and talked to
but
various teams, and they had workshops with them to make sure that they
Josh,
do understand the rules. So
uh,
for Leandro Trossard to have kicked the ball away like that, he
mm,
did delay play. He
talking
delayed
about
play.
delaying play, we saw what
Yes.
David Raya did. I mean, it was. Did you see? He wasted the whole seconds. I mean, everything compiled around close to 10 minutes, approximately to 10 minutes, 9:40 something, 9 minutes 40 something seconds, with Raya wasting time playing. He spent. The average was 40 to 45 seconds every goal kick. Something that I think he should have been carded for. I still put that on Mike Oliver. So
I think he
again,
did. I think he did get a card because I think the rule says something to do with if a player delays play, he gets cautioned, or um, does anything that
yeah.
would get in the way of the opponents starting quickly. They would be cautioned.
Mm,
So for me, Leandro Trossard kicks the ball away, and this is not the first thing. It might look like it was a one-off, but these things they appear to be part of the training sessions at Arsenal, because Declan Rice early in the season also did the same thing. So I mean, maybe they are part of the training sessions, and
and
Leandro
he got
Trossard
and he get he
just
got carded,
forgot
by the
that
way.
he was on a card. But the argument, though, is in his defense, it happened too fast. The
Mm,
whistle and the red card. Sorry, yeah, the whistle and him kicking the ball away. They happened way too fast. That it is argued that maybe there the referee should have um, given him just a warning. But
mm,
with delaying play, they actually do whatever they have to do. Delaying play, they give you a yellow card. I remember Declan Rice. We later heard that the referee was talking to him, and he told him, "I have no choice. I have no choice. You have to go." You see, because this is a rule they're trying to enforce. So for Leandro Trossard, it was very poor of him. He
mm.
should have known better. He cost his team. He cost his team because Arsenal was leading at the time, and yeah, maybe that is also part of the things that they do to waste time.
Maybe it is, or maybe it is not. Still in the comment section, Tim is putting up a fight and it's saying, was the notice only sent to Arsenal? It's a question of consistency, Josh. The same ref, same situation. He says booked a player. Let Zobozalai off the hook for kicking the ball away. Josh, come on. He still goes on to say Trossard didn't even hear the whistle. Josh, how many players have gotten away with kicking the ball away this season? Didn't any of the rather didn't any of you see Doku kicking the ball away? And Josh, by the way, he's right at some point. I'm not talking about Doku, but if it's about giving yellow cards, do you remember after the goal, after the equalizer, that Haaland incident, throwing and hitting the ball at Gabriel? I think that should have been a card.
No, there's no referee in the world who's going to see that.
No. I'm saying there's VAR, Josh.
No, VAR would never intervene in such a situation.
I think
of what good is it? No, of what good is it to VAR?
I know Arsenal
it's not leading to a goal. It's not a penalty. It's not a red card.
Josh, I know
even if it was a bookable offense, it would never have been a red card. But going back to team, please just put up the first scroll.
The first scroll, he says was the notice only sent to Arsenal?
About the consistency. I agree with you 100%. As in, referees are humans. We don't like them. They have the hardest job maybe in the world. We don't like them because these guys are never consistent. They do it all the time. But because he did not give Szoboszlai or Doku a card, does not necessarily mean that he should not give a card to a player that he has seen. Probably, maybe he overlooked that situation of Szoboszlai or Doku or João Pedro, But it does not mean that when he gets it right, he should stop. So he cannot stop. He cannot stop. He has to do what is right. If he has seen at the moment that actually the guy deserves a yellow card for what he has done, he should dish out the yellow card. Then the question would be, can referees be better? Can referees be more consistent? And the other thing is, you should know that just kicking the ball away, like say João Pedro's incident, I am not saying that he was right, but you must have appeared to delay play.
So
imagine say Martinelli wants to take a quick free kick, and Doku kicks the ball away. He's delaying play. But Doku kicks the ball away and there's no interest from any Arsenal player around him, and he kicks it back on the pitch, not outside the pitch. Not outside the pitch. He kicks it onto the pitch. He's not delaying play. If anything, he's even kicking it closer to where the offense was. So I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying that there's a bit of...
No, okay, I see.
There's a bit of the use of their own discretion on what amounts to delaying play. But
Josh,
for Arsenal,
you're really building. You're creating a narrative.
No, but for Arsenal,
rather, I mean, you're creating a narrative that it's true Arsenal, whatever they do, especially when it comes to time waste. I mean, the dark arts. In other words, whatever is happening, it's intended. In other words, it's karma for them. It's karma for them. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it is intended, but for me, I don't have a problem with it if you get away with it. If you do get away with it, it's just that it's been very clumsy the way it has been done for both the red cards they've gotten. I mean, the notice was sent to all Premier League clubs, all the members of the Premier League. That is the 20 clubs. Then they actually know the rule. It will get some getting used to, but they do know the rule. It's just that at Arsenal, it's been clumsy for both the red cards because it has been a bit too obvious for how the players have kicked the ball away.
Okay, thank you once again, guys. Sports Jazz. That is just trying to say whatever Arsenal is getting right now, they deserve it and it's karma. But subscribe, like, and share our videos. This should have been our second point, but Josh, the goal, Gabriel's goal. I mean, but this played in favor of Arsenal. I don't know whether Arsenal fans are also going to put up a fight on this team.
I admire the guy at Arsenal. I admire the set piece coach at Arsenal.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
he's
really
good.
done tremendous
Gabriel
work
scoring
because
goals, by the way.
I understand since he came into Arsenal, I think 2020 or 2021, Arsenal has scored over 44, 45 goals from set pieces. And
Yeah.
now when you see them this season, how they attack the set pieces, you know exactly what they're going to do, but it's almost impossible to stop them. And yeah, the dark arts come into play again because the way they set up, it seems that there's always a player whose task is to antagonize the keeper, or make or have two players stand around the keeper, and then that becomes very complicated for him to come out and claim the cross. This time it was Gabi Martinelli, but
Yeah.
he did it so smoothly that it was hard to give a foul.
But well, there was VAR. I remember they
Ye-
reviewed it, they
Yeah,
checked
there
it, and
was
it was okay.
VAR, but
It
for me,
wasn't.
I believe
You're
that
just hating
if
on United. That was
no,
soft.
no, no. I
Sorry,
do
not United,
believe.
on Arsenal.
What do you mean
That
it
was
was
soft,
soft?
Josh. No,
No,
that
it
was soft.
wasn't. Oh,
We've seen situations where players do the same. VAR gets in, and they rule it, and they say no, it's soft, it's a goal. So I would have been
yeah. But
surprised if it was
what I'm
if it had
saying
been
though
called off.
is, if maybe Ederson had made a bigger cry, he
Mm.
would have been hard. Maybe he would have been hard. I mean, if he stormed out of that goal running and maybe even gets booked for it, then he might just get a decision in his favor. But what I'm talking about is the the craft the craftness that Arsenal uses in the set pieces, as further set pieces they've taken this season. It is beautiful to watch the corner kicks, how they attack them. You actually almost believe that an Arsenal player is going to get on the end of these corner kicks. And Gabriel Magalhaes, two in a row,
Yeah, that is
got
true.
one v Spurs, and now he scored another goal. So yeah, it was good. It was good. But you see, even Declan Rice, sorry, even against Spurs, Magalhaes put his hands on Romero. Yes, Romero was too weak in that incident, but I also felt that if Romero had made a big shout out, maybe the referee would have had him. But he just let it go. He didn't, not too much of a complaint. So yeah,
I'm reading
but
something here.
But personally, I'm happy for Gabriel Magalhaes.
No,
Magalhaes looks the part. He
he's
looks
one
the
of those
part.
top defenders right now. He's
Yeah,
one of
but
those top defenders. And by the way,
and
Josh, let's talk about wait, still on Arsenal's defense. The call to drop Ben White for Calafiori.
the writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall. I mean, for me, as in personally, ever since Arsenal signed Calafiori, and I know how William Saliba plays, and I
Yeah,
know how aggressive, committed Gabriel Magalhaes is, and
yeah.
I know how Jurien Timber is
Oh
a
man, Timber is
brilliant
like a
footballer.
truly a new
I
signing
just
this
didn't see
season.
Ben White in that back
Yo,
line. I know Ben
Timber is
White
like a
can,
new signing this season. He's
yeah, sure he
incredible.
is, and I know
He's
Ben
incredible.
White can offer. I know Ben White can offer a lot of different things to Arsenal, and I think Ateta is a really a good trainer, because even when Ben White came on,
Mm.
I mean, he wasn't out of place. He wasn't out of place. Yeah, you can say that the Goldstones scored maybe had something to do with him, but uh, it was just a gamble that paid off in the end.
Anyway, Josh. Lastly, if we're talking about moments of the game or the big calls in the game, bro, what happened? I mean, I don't, I don't know whether the team is watching. I mean, this. I mean, Arsenal's dark hearts. When we're talking, when we relate to Lewis Kelly's incident, I mean, this says it all. You know, before the player came on, Arteta whispered something, told him what he was supposed to do. So Lewis pretended like he was jogging, going around. The next thing we know, he's the other side of the goal. Talking,
Yeah.
speaking to Raya. You
he
know,
was
and
he was
you know what?
he was given
Typical
a
Mourinho,
message.
typical
He,
Mourinho moment. I mean,
he
as
was
far as
given
the
a
manager is
he was given
concerned,
a message to pass on to David Raya,
I
which he
know.
did, because maybe the manager
Yeah, so
needed
funny.
to pass on some instructions to his players. So
It was just
he
so
could
funny.
have done with buying some time on the deck, and before long we saw David Raya. David Raya really took some time. I think he made 3 minutes or something. He did waste a lot of time. He was falling on the deck all the time. I mean, even when he got hold of the ball, he was buying some time on the ground. It is actually it has come out today that Arsenal are the second at delaying
Yeah, after Man City. So I don't see why
a
Man City fans
restart
are
from a
crying.
goal kick.
After
But
Man
Man
City.
City are fast. Man City are fast. So I mean, they shouldn't be complaining. They shouldn't be complaining.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yo,
The drama that Man City fans are talking about is majorly more about the other things, the other dark acts that Arsenal did on the night.
I
Say,
know.
yeah, the goal, the push, the what,
Yeah.
you know.
And by the way,
Gab-
yesterday,
Gabriel Jesus lost his shoe at some point. I mean, he had to put it
yo,
back on. I mean,
Josh, by the
yeah.
way, Jurrian Timber and Kai Havertz didn't complete a single pass against Man City yesterday. They become the first player, they become the first outfield players in over 21 seasons of the Premier League football to play over 89 minutes of the match and not carry out a successful pass.
Why are they saying 89 minutes?
Why? You wanted them to say 90 minutes, full 90 minutes?
Yeah, they were the full 90. I mean, what happened? What happened after the 90?
And
Havertz got off.
but yesterday, Man City were crybabies.
Anyhow, the thing though is,
Yeah,
Arsenal was now
not yesterday, sorry, on Sunday.
Arsenal was now in a very tight spot. They needed to dig deep since they had a lead. They had to protect their lead. So they found a way to play to protect their lead, because Man City is a side that can tear up any other team, even with 11 players. Imagine when you're playing it against when you're 10 and you're that open. So Arsenal could not open, but yeah, at least it worked for them in the end.
I understand that. Yeah, I was saying Man City were the crybabies over the weekend. Bernardo Silva, that was childish. You know, at one point during after the match, he was like, the difference between the rivalry with Arsenal and Liverpool. Maybe it's that Liverpool have already won EPL and Arsenal haven't. Liverpool have won a UCL and Arsenal haven't, and that Liverpool always faces us with the intention of winning the game. That was Bernardo Silva, something that I think that was childish. He shouldn't have gone on to say that. And I personally, I think Arsenal did really put up a very, very good fight over the weekend. Did they deserve to win the game? 100%. They deserve to win that game. They really deserve to win it. They played so good. However much I want to talk about the Arteta moment. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in Sports Jazz. I want to talk about the Arteta bus. I mean, yes, Arsenal deserved to win the game against City 100%. They came back from a goal courtesy of Haaland scoring first, Calafiori, beautiful equalizer, Gabriel headers the ball inside. And then, of course, then we see that yellow card that I think that led to the second, first yellow, then second yellow card against Trossard that led to his dismissal. But which I think was a bit harsh. I mean, the ref could have given him maybe a verbal warning one more time. But do I think Arsenal played better? Right, okay, they didn't play so good, but the fact that they held City to all those minutes, and we all know City is a very, very good scoring team. I mean, yes, they had the whole Jose Mourinho. They had a full Costa, not a Costa, a full coach, a bus, these huge buses, two buses parked behind, rather in front of the net. But the fact that City failed to score until the last, the added minutes, were they 7 or 6 minutes added? That was quite impressive. Quite impressive. And for a moment, I thought Arsenal was going to win the game. For a moment, I thought Arsenal was going to win the game. Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I was talking about the fact that Arsenal managed to hold their play until those last dying minutes, extra added minutes of the game, minutes into the game. That was quite impressive from Arteta, regardless of how he packed the bus. Although we've seen this, it's becoming common against Spurs, Atlanta, something of the sort as well. But yesterday, it was justifiable because they had only 10 players on the pitch. Trossard was off. Trossard was off. I mean,
yeah,
I was quite impressed.
Yes, you have to do what you have to do to not lose a game of football. I mean, if actually you cannot, if you cannot win the game under the circumstances, you can actually try to push and hold on for maybe a point. And Arsenal was almost fortunate to get all 3 points, but for many of us, it always looked like Arsenal was going to, I mean, Man City was going to get a goal. I liked the way Arsenal defended in that low block. I know it is for many, especially Arsenal fans, they can call it a very boring football, not a style of football that they're used to, but they do accept that it needed to be done because they were playing against the best team in the world, and they were 10 for a very long time. So that's why I said that I think Arteta is a very good trainer, because when you saw the players, even in the low block, there are things they did not do to get out of shape. When this ball was played, they blocked, they intercepted, no slide tackles, no fouls.
Nothing at all.
They were not trying to win the second balls. When the second balls went to City players rotated this ball, they recycled the ball and all that. But these Arsenal players in the low block were not so eager. But push came to shove, and the last minute, John Stones was lucky to pounce on that ball.
Arteta was asked if Jose Mourinho influenced him. You know what he said? He was like, "It's more than influence. I think you learn a lot from top coaches. You try to understand why they've been successful. You might have an idea at this level, but if it goes in a different direction, do you have the ability to adapt? This is all because they were asking him why he's been parking the bus lately. And as I've said, against Atlanta, maybe Italian teams,
he wants the trophy, as in he's been practicing. He's been practicing this since Brighton.
But yesterday,
and it will work for him if Martinelli and Saka can find their scoring boots. Because
on Sunday, I don't blame him.
And a player like Odegaard, when he comes back, I mean, if you guys are playing way too deep, if he gets on the ball, he can carry the ball, he can pass the ball. And Martinelli and Bukayo Saka are very athletic players. So, yeah, maybe it can work for him in that manner. But
I don't blame him for how he played, Josh. I mean, any player would do the same. Any manager would set up his team the way he did. 10 goals behind.
Me, I don't blame him for this one. I actually blamed him for the one against Spurs, because for me,
Atlanta.
For me, on paper, Arsenal is the team to beat. Arsenal is, as in, it shouldn't give you a chance. It shouldn't. I don't know why they felt that Spurs, even though it was a derby, I didn't get why they felt that Spurs had anything on them. I mean, they did not look like an Arsenal side in
That
the
is used to
derby.
beating Spurs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
know.
just beat
But
Spurs.
well, they got the 3 points,
Arsenal
Josh. They got
just
the three
beats
points.
on Spurs every time 4-2, 3-1, 2-0. Even when Spurs almost is winning the game, Arsenal will win it. But you can understand the mentality of the manager when he plays like that at Spurs in a derby when he's the better team. You know,
Yo,
he's not taking anything for granted. He wants 3 points. That's all that he wants. You guys can talk about how he played and what, but he just wants the 3 points.
Josh. Some of the highlights again to me was that clip of Haaland saying, "Stay humble" to Arteta at full time after they had just thrown the ball at the back
Oh
of.
my God, the
Yeah,
disrespect on that
yeah.
boy.
Wait, at the back of what, of Gabriel before running away, and also
I know, I saw the
asking the
disrespect on that
17-year-old
boy.
Lewis Skelly, "Who are you?"
I know.
Bro, Haaland is such a bully. Haaland is such a bully.
Yeah, but
I
it's
like
so
that.
good. It's so good for me. I just I wish they switched Jazez with Gabriel Magalhaes at the Emirates
Oh man,
after
it
he
wasn't.
scores his
Did
hat
you
trick.
see after the goal? What goal was it? Was it the second? Yeah, the equalizer. Yo, there was commotion at the touchline. There was
Yeah.
commotion. There's commotion, but
Yeah,
Yasin
Guardiola
had
was
a
not happy. Guardiola was not happy with the manner in which they conceded that goal.
yeah.
Yeah,
No. I'm
so
saying
I
after
can understand.
the equalizer. The equalizer.
Yeah, the equalizer. That's Calafiori's.
Yeah. No.
He
I'm
did
talking
like,
about the equalizer at the end of the game. Was it
oh,
John
John
Stones?
Stones.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, there were two equalizers. And
But
the
yeah,
first one also caused a bit of unrest on the bench.
mm,
Yeah, but John Stones, of course, the last kick of the game. I mean, even if Man City would have wanted to win the game and they were beating themselves up for not winning the game,
yeah.
because they played 10 men for a longer period of time.
Mm.
Yeah, it was the case, and Arteta is a very good.
He's a what? He's a very good what?
Arteta
By
is
the
a
way,
very
Josh,
good is a very good student because I mean
we have
they must have gone through all that for a while. How you you can stop a team that is better than you
Josh. By the way, we have
when
games
you.
going on in the EFL Cup or Carabao, as some of you call it. We have Walsall against Leicester City, still 0-0 first half. Man City already has one goal against Watford. Chelsea one against Borough, and later on we shall have Wycombe against Aston Villa today later on, and of course tomorrow we have Arsenal, Bolton, Liverpool, West Ham, and Newcastle, and Wimbledon, and also tomorrow we still have the Europa Cup, Josh, where your team is right now.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean,
we're beating FC20 tomorrow.
FC20, Manchester United against FC20. Yeah, Josh. Once again, guys, thank you so much for streaming and staying with us. Once again, informing you that our channel is back. We had a few issues, but yeah, thanks to everyone at YouTube, we did put an appeal. I mean, it's been over
Yeah,
2 weeks, and the
the
channel is
pills
back,
were
guys.
successful, yo.
Subscribe, like, share. Then we see Seki Jacob saying, "Did Josh just say they swapped jerseys at Emirates after Haaland scores?"
A hat trick, yeah. Oh my God, he caught that. That was for him.
Yeah,
Because I really like the
Josh,
player that
still on the
Gabriel
game.
has become. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Arsenal, but I really think they should have walked out away with the 3 points over the weekend.
No, it was impossible. It was impossible.
No,
Because
I mean, okay, maybe the many minutes that Rodri spent on the pitch I mean, because first half had over how many minutes added in? 7? I don't remember, but
Yeah.
they were between 6 and also the second half also the same thing. And
Yeah,
that's
but
when City equalized.
yeah, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. But they put up a good show. Now going forward, my only scare is that Arsenal might just lose themselves because they are trying so hard to do the right things to win the title, but they might get the right players back, and the low block has been so good for some time that they don't see a reason to change that. So you might just have a few players who cannot really get into the side because Arteta still prefers to get 1-0 and have 3 points than play a game that might end 3-2, and is not sure about whether he will win the game. So it's interesting. It's interesting going forward. I hope that Arteta does not lose himself. I hope that
yes,
the
there was a lot of drama on the touchline.
The ability that he has to adapt to a low block and play.
He's more like in character,
well.
like Mourinho, by the way. Do you know that? The young Mourinho.
No. Yeah,
no,
okay.
Seriously.
He's pragmatic.
No, in terms
he's
of
pragmatic.
Character. In terms of character, of course.
In terms of character. Yeah,
character.
He's very sarcastic. Like,
and do you remember that that moment Pep kicked
the things he said today? I think they tried to pin him on Kai Havertz.
He was very calm today.
Timber not playing. Very calm. He was very sarcastic in his comments.
Yeah, but calm.
He's always calm.
You remember that moment Pep kicked the bench? I mean, one of the chairs after the equalizer from Calafiori.
Yeah, but
he was
Pep
fuming.
Pep is a drama queen.
Yeah, he's also a drama queen. He's a drama queen. Once again, guys, thank you so much, everyone that has been streaming with us. Isaac and Josh, we will be back tomorrow with Manchester United against FC20, or playing versus FC20. Let's wait.
Yeah, 5
thank you everyone that has been tuning in. Then of course Arsenal also coming very, very soon. Please subscribe, like, and share our videos. Catch you tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier than today. Cheers everyone that has been streaming.